YouTube, what is up? It's RJ and we are back today with one of my personal favorite Nike collabs of this year. And I think this is obviously by the title, I think this is the most underrated collab of the year because they're literally still sitting on Nike. There are a few colors that aren't available anymore, but these ones are, a few other ones are. Keep in mind, this is a women's colorway, but hey, sometimes I appreciate the women's colorways more than the men's colorways. And the sneaker we're talking about today is the Daybreak. It's a collaboration with Jun Takahashi and his brand Undercover. And we got the all blacks. So before we go any further, there's your size tag right there. As you can see, women's 11.5 comes out to a men's 10. We'll get into sizing later and I'll explain a little bit more on that. But hey, let's open this box up and get into these sneakers. And there you have them in all their glory. This is an amazing collaboration. I love this shoe. For those of you who don't know, Jun Takahashi, obviously owner, founder of Undercover, a Japanese fashion brand. Been doing collabs with Nike for quite a while. This is not the first one. There's actually a collab coming up, dropping next week, I think. They're doing a 270s, Nike 270s. Not a huge fan of that shoe. Probably won't cop. Might cop for a review. Haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it, but as of right now, we're talking about these again. The Daybreak. So this is a classic silhouette with hits of Jun's flavor, if you will. And let's break it down. So as usual, these have been worn just because I like doing videos and giving you guys like a first look and my first reaction at them, but I don't really like to do like a review on a shoe without having a little bit of actual, context and feeling about the shoe, and so I can, relay that stuff to you guys. So anyways, let's go ahead and break them down. The entire upper underneath the accent pieces that we're gonna talk about is just nylon. This is an old school silhouette and they stayed pretty true to the original Daybreak, both the upper, midsole, outsole, all that stuff. So we'll break it completely down, but this particular colorway, all black, nylon all around here. The toe cap is wrapped in black suede, as you can see right there. In my opinion, all very high quality materials. Everything feels great. Little longer hair on the suede. I don't know what you would call it. I know there are technical terms, and if you're like really into fashion, I'm probably butchering everything and I apologize for that, but just bear with me. Now you got that same suede hit right around the lacing system right here, and that does reinforce and create that full lacing system. Laces are black cotton. There are not alternates. Below those laces, you've got the same nylon on the tongue. Tongue tag, super classic look. Has Nike with the blue swoosh and does say Undercover right underneath there. Nike wording on the back of the tongue right there. Now headed back to the outer portion of the shoe. Before we get back to the craziness that is the shoe, you got a leather swoosh right there. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. And that swoosh appears on both sides of the shoe, both lateral and medial. Now, this is where this particular Daybreak and this collaboration gets a bit unique. You've got a heel counter, a cage, an addition, if you will, to the sneaker. And it's kind of, I really don't know the name, but it's hard plastic. And as you can see, it kind of speaks for itself. I don't even know, just like like something futuristic, spaceship style almost. I really don't know what better way to describe it. But on this particular shoe, this colorway, it is all black with hits of gray speckle, as you can see right there. And it's got almost like a lightning bolt effects to it. I think it's badass. I apologize for not having a better way to describe it, but I'm sure you get it by the looks of the shoe. The inner liner right here is all leather around your ankle, and this loops outside of the shoe. And then you've got that Undercover U on the back Achilles area, as you can see, back panel of the shoe. And the entire back panel below that is the same suede that we saw right around the toe box and around the lacing system. Insole is not removable, does say Nike, does say Undercover, Jun Takahashi. Now, headed to the midsole of the shoe. This is just a classic Nike midsole. This is like, we're talking back in like Blue Ribbon Sports days. This is a very, very ancient model as far as sneakers go, as far as Nike goes. So you're gonna see a lot of like the first generation tech in this. So they're not necessarily uncomfortable. I walked, you guys know I live in the San Diego area. I've walked the entire zoo in these. I've walked the entire wild animal park, and they're comfortable, you know, by a shoe that's decades old as far as technology goes. Very comfortable. So I can rock with them. You know, it's not gonna be, we'll get into comfort. So this particular midsole is a sail off-white color. Same gray speckles that we saw along that crazy cage looking thing on the back of the shoe. Headed towards the bottom is the classic patented Nike waffle outsole. This is just Nike rubber. The first outsoles ever, for those of you who don't know, and I'm not gonna go too in depth because I'm not like crazy knowledgeable, but Nike literally, like when they first started making running sneakers, they would literally put rubber into a waffle press out the outsole, shape them, glue them to the bottom of a shoe, give them to the athletes. The athletes would go run their events, and that was how they got started, or one of the ways they got started. So past that, that's the outsole right there. As you can see, pretty thick, little waffle knobs right there, all the way across the entire outsole, and then little tiny ones on the back there where it comes up. Two little guys that pop up on the front right there. I think those kind of look a little goofy and aren't mad necessary, but I'm sure back in the days those were meant to dig into the clay and dig into the track, give you a little bit of traction on your jump. Obviously, we're not running events in these because they're just too dope for that, and that's not me. But anyways, that pretty much breaks down the entire Daybreak. In my opinion, the best collaboration this year that Nike did, second only to the Sakai waffles. So. And I still haven't gotten a pair of those. I'm just debating, but nonetheless, let's jump into sizing. I went a half size down. I actually picked up my true to size first, which is a 10.5, and there was a lot of room. It is a narrow shoe throughout, as you can see, but it's very long. And so I went a half size down. It fits a lot better. I don't lace my shoes up really tight ever. So just, you know, with a little bit of a knot tie right there and loose laces, they slip on, they feel great. They don't move around too much. I would recommend a half size down, both men's and women's. I've tried both. As long as your foot's not like crazy wide, I think a half size down is great. I know some people are cool with true to size when it comes to this one, and I'm a little late on this review, but if you run across it, go a half size down, my recommendation. Outside of that, pricing, these are priced at $160, but they've been hit with a slew of discounts, and with Black Friday coming up, that's another reason I wanted to make this video. These will probably drop to damn near 100 bucks, if not below, everywhere, because unfortunately they've been in stock now for months, and for whatever reason, people are just sleeping on them. So grab yourself a pair. It's a good looking shoe. All the colorways are badass. They've got a green and red, yellow and gray, a blue and black. There's so many different colorways that were really dope, and you know, you won't be dissatisfied with the quality. You know, everything Undercover does is great, and you know, it's a sleeper in my opinion. Comfort, I'm gonna go ahead and give it like somewhere around like a 6.5, because it's nothing compared to the technology that we have today as far as air and react and boost and, you know, everything else that like New Balance and, you know, Saucony and all of them, everything that everyone else is doing. It's not going to compare to, you know, 2019 tech, but for decades old, it's a very comfortable shoe still. So we'll do it like a 6.4, I think is fair, and probably a little high, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but nonetheless, that's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. That's my full breakdown of the Nike Daybreak Undercover collab with Jun Takahashi. I really appreciate you guys. If you have any comments about this sneaker, leave them down below. I will get back to you. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And these are definitely going in the closet, keeping these. So I will throw on my feet, give you guys a look at the aesthetics and all that. But for now, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. If you haven't already, thumbs up helps the video tremendously. And before you bounce, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. That would mean the world to me. Thank you so much, guys. And as always, I am RJ. I'll see you next time. Peace out.